Hi James, welcome to our YouTube channel. It's currently 1 in the morning, but I have this topic is heavy in my heart, is heavy in my mind. So I prepare a document. We're going to be talking about changing your mindset. Because even if you change your location, you can keep the same mindset but in different locations, the same mindset in different relationships, the same mindset in different experiences. Nothing's going to change because if your mindset remains the same, your life is going to remain the same. In this video, I'm going to share with you 6 practical steps, 6 practical actions. And it's not about quick fix. It's about consistently doing the work to change your inner reality, your inner world, your inner understanding. Because if you change your inner understanding, if you change your inner world, your outer world is going to be changed. And you may be like, well, why is it important for me to change my mindset? Have you heard the saying that says, where you go, there you have yourself? Where you go, there you have yourself. You cannot run away from your own mindset. You cannot run away from yourself. Haven't you experienced that? You, even if you go to a different city, a different house, a different job, in a different relationship, the same situations keep happening. It's because you haven't changed. It's because your mindset haven't changed. And if your mindset does not change, if your mindset doesn't change, your life is not going to change. And I'm looking at the camera, which I'm moving the camera around. I'm also looking at the file I prepared, so at least I can follow. But as you know, I talk to myself, so I might be all over the place. Changing your physical location does not automatically change your mindset or habits. Changing your physical location does not automatically change your mindset or habit. Story time. When I first left my home country, I went to Spain, and when I was before I even turned 18. So I traveled when I was by myself. No friends, no associate, no family members. I knew nobody. Got to the plane, went there. Now I found myself in a different country, in a different culture. And myself, I was like, oh, I'm just going to keep doing what I was doing in my country. But guess what? It wasn't working. Because back in my home country, I had this bad habit. I'm aware. I had this bad habit of going late to class or going 5 minutes after the time I had to be in class. Also, when I'm supposed to be somewhere, I will go like 2 hours later, 30 minutes later. Those are the habits that I had back home. Those habits are bad. Why are they bad? Because those habits weren't going to give me the life I want. Those habits do not reflect that I grow. Those habits do not reflect that I'm evolving. So I had to change. In order for me to stop doing those things, I had to change my mindset. Because I told myself, if I keep thinking the way I have been thinking back home, I'm going to keep having the exact same life I was having back home. And no, I didn't want to repeat that same life. I didn't want to repeat the same scenarios, the same situation, the same circumstances. I didn't want the same thing. So I knew I had to change. So that's I started changing my mindset. People often think that moving to a new city or environment will transform their lives. But unless there is a conscious internal change, there is a conscious internal shift, the same patterns, fears, insecurities, lies, and behaviors usually follow. As the saying goes, wherever you go, there you are. Wherever you go, there you are. And if you are somebody who's scared, somebody who's insecure, somebody who's a liar, somebody who's a people pleaser, somebody who's negative, somebody who has the poverty mindset, somebody who's make excuses, somebody who complains, no matter if they put you in a brand new city, you're still gonna be that somebody with all those characteristics. But if they put you in a different city and you have a shift in your mindset, believe me, your experience will be different. Not because of the environment, but because of your mental environment. Because your mental environment influence and dictate your external environment. The same way what happens outside of you can influence what goes on inside of you. It's exactly how what goes inside of you can affect what's going on outside of you. Example, you know how people are quick to say, well, I grew up in an environment, it was violence, sex, drugs, cussing. It was so negative where I grew up, so that's why. Okay, if you grew up in that environment with those negative habits, negative perspective, limiting belief, you're gonna absorb that, especially when you are a kid. Because when we are kids, we absorb everything from our environment. We absorb mindset, we absorb attitude, we absorb the way we just become everything that our environment is. But as you grow and you become a conscious person and you can be in charge of yourself, now you have to understand that, hey, if I don't change what's going on inside right here, none of it is going to matter. I have been in environments with a lot of negativity, a lot of laziness, a lot of complaint. But you won't catch me complaining. You won't catch me being negative. Why? Because winning me internally, positivity, internally discipline, internally consistency. And since I have this mindset already, no matter where you put me, I can flourish, I can grow. Not because of where I am physically, but because of where I am mentally. Where you go, there you are. Now, okay, let's go with the steps. And as I speak, if there's something that doesn't make sense to you or you don't understand, put it in the comments. That way I can digest or I can make another video to make you understand. If I say something that makes sense to you, absolutely let me know in the comments, so at least I'm like, okay, what I said makes sense to you. The first step to shift your mindset, the first step to shift your consciousness is to cultivate self-awareness. Is to cultivate, is to build, is to develop your self-awareness. That's the first step. If you want to transform your life completely, you have to transform your mind completely. And you cannot transform or change something you are not aware that you have or you are not aware that you do. So the first change you have to make up here is to cultivate self-awareness. Self-awareness, to change your mindset, you need to start by understanding where you are and who you are in this present moment. Think about your thoughts, your habits, your attitude, your reactions, the way you communicate, the way you express your feelings, the way you treat other people, the way you manage your time, the way you manage your attention, the way you manage your energy. Are those things working for you or against you? Are your thoughts working for you or against you? Are your habits working for you or against you? Are your reactions working for you or against you? Is your attitude working for you or against you? You are the only one who can answer, and you have to be honest. Because if you come here and be like, oh no, yeah, my habits make me more positive, my habits give me a lot of energy, when you know your habits are draining you, what I always say in my videos, from the truth you grow, but from the life you get worse or you stay stuck. So be honest. Think about your thoughts, your habits, your reactions, your attitude, the way you invest your time, the way you use your attention, your energy, the things you do on a day-to-day. Are those things working for you, working for the life that you want or the person you want to become? Or are those things working against you, keeping you away from your goals, away from your dreams? and away from the life that you say you want to give to yourself. One tool that can help you with self-awareness is journaling. And I always tell you, when you watch my videos, have a pen and paper. Journaling. Take 2 minutes, 3 minutes out of your time and sit down with yourself and answer yourself this question that I just asked you. And write down your responses. Write down the ideas. Write down what comes to your head when you want to answer these questions. Write it down without judgment, without fear, without restriction. Write down what comes from you. Write down what it is. Journaling. It can be as soon as you wake up, or before you go to bed, or when you find yourself not understanding what is going on, or wanting to have clarity on a decision. Journal. Communicate with yourself. Jot down what's going on in your inside of you, in your head, in your mind, in your heart. Because when you can write something down, it's incredible how much clarity you can gain just by paying attention to your own thoughts, paying attention to your own reactions, paying attention to your own words, paying attention to what is going on inside of you. Because once you are aware and you know what it is, you can take control. But if you don't know what it is, how can you change it? And I journal. I'm not telling you guys nothing I don't do myself. I journal. I write prayers. I write affirmation. I write ideas. I write plans. I write the things that I don't even know why I'm feeling this way, or why I'm thinking this way. Okay, this happened to me, but I don't understand it. Okay, I want to achieve this. I want to create this. Okay, I think I want to remember this idea, this information, and I put it here, and I write it down. And once I write it down now, I can read it. I'll be like, okay. So now I see where. So so now I am aware of what is going on in my head. Self-awareness. Key point, self. Be aware of your own thoughts. Be aware of your own energy. Be aware of what is going on in your head. Why do you think that way? Why do you react that way? Why do you believe this and not that? That's the first step to change your mindset. Be aware of your current mindset and write it down so you can see your current mindset, and you can now reflect and be like, oh no, this mindset is against me. And then you're going to write down the mindset that is going to be working for you, which, as I'm speaking in this video, is going to keep making sense. By becoming more aware of your inner dialogue, you can start to spot limiting beliefs. Yeah, because once you are aware of your mindset, you are aware of your thoughts, you are aware of your belief, you can point out, oh, this belief is limiting, this belief is negative, this belief is positive, this belief is going to keep me poor, this belief can make me wealthy, this belief is going to build my confidence, this belief is going to keep me oppressed. Because what would they say at the beginning? Aware. You are aware of your inner dialogue. You are aware of your inner information. And now you can start pointing out which information, which dialogue is not helping you, and which information or which dialogue it is in fact helping you. You can spot limiting beliefs like, I am not good enough. People like me don't succeed. Making money is hard. I'm always going to fail. I am not worthy. I'm not powerful. Good things don't last to people like me. All of those things are just limiting beliefs. But here's the key. Those beliefs are not truths. They are just thoughts that you can challenge and change. Those beliefs that we mentioned, the I am not good enough, the I'm always going to fail, the I am not worthy, the it's hard to make money, the people like me don't succeed, good things don't last to people like me, nothing good can happen to me. All those beliefs are just beliefs. Those are not truth. So they are just thoughts. And seeing those are just those thoughts can be challenged and changed. Those thoughts can be challenged and changed. Second step to changing your mindset, challenge imitating beliefs. You see how the last part of the first step we're talking about limiting belief? The second step is that challenging limiting belief. It's easy to get stuck in a cycle of self-doubt, in a cycle of laziness, in a cycle of thinking low and negative of yourself. It's easy to get stuck in that circle, especially if you are in an environment or you come from an environment that it was feeding into your self-doubt, was feeding into you being lazy, you being negative, you speaking down, you speaking low, you speaking negative about yourself. Especially if you come in an environment like that, you can get stuck easily on those limiting beliefs. But as I said earlier, those beliefs, the great thing about it is that it can change, it can be changed, and it can be challenged. So that, but the truth is, your thoughts are not your identity. Crazy, right? Your thoughts are not your identity, which means you have the power to change them. And if you change your thought, you change your life. Are you understanding now why changing your mindset is so important? Your thoughts are not your identity, but they can become your identity if you let them. You have the power to change them. Next time you hear a limiting belief pop up, ask yourself, is this 100% true? For example, a limiting belief of the I am not good enough. Is this 100% truth? If it is, where is the fact that it's 100% truth? I am not good enough. Is it 100% truth? Let me build a limiting belief right now. The Creator, I don't know if you believe in God or if you believe in higher power or if you believe in whatever you believe in, whatever you believe created you, created everything perfectly perfect, including you, including me. So where is the belief of you are not good enough coming from? Next time a limiting belief come to your head, ask yourself, is this 100% true? For example, me, I limiting belief that I had to work a lot in me to on program is the belief that to make money is hard. That's a limiting belief. Most of the time, those limiting beliefs are just that. Beliefs that limited your potential, that limited your growth, that limited how far you can go, that limited how big you can become, that limited how much money you can have, that limited the impact you can have in your own life and in the life of other people. And the more you challenge those beliefs, the more you will realize they have no hold on you. The more you challenge those beliefs, the more you will realize those beliefs are not you. Those beliefs does not define you. Those beliefs are just there to keep you stuck. Those beliefs are just there to keep you where you are not, where you were not designed to be in the first place. So you have to challenge those limiting beliefs. Because if you keep those limiting beliefs alive in your head, you're going to keep living a limiting life. Makes sense, right? Because if you already think that you cannot do it, that's it. I don't have to do anything, say anything. Because if you're already thinking that you cannot do it, the more you challenge those beliefs, as you should, especially if you want a better life for yourself, especially if you want to achieve your goals and your dreams, go ahead, challenge those beliefs. The more you will realize they have no hold on you. The more you will realize they have no hold on you. Instead of thinking, I will never succeed, I will never make it, try, even though this challenge feels tough, I am capable of learning and growing from it. You see how I'm reframing that limiting belief into a empowering belief, which you can do as well. At let's stay for the end of this video because I'm going to read you limiting beliefs and I'm going to flip them into empowering beliefs, which you can write down. Instead of thinking, I will never succeed, I cannot do this, I cannot make it, try and say, even though this challenge feels tough, I am capable of learning and growing from it. That simple switch can make all the difference. From thinking, I will never succeed, to thinking, even though this challenge feels tough, I am capable of learning and growing from it. That simple switch can make all the difference. Third, build intentional habits. Build intentional habits. You remember how at the beginning I was talking to you to journal, right? To write down ideas, goals, dreams, visions, whatever, but to put it down. I know you know who you want to become. If I ask you right now, who do you want to become? You have a picture, you have an idea of that person look like. So what does that person do? How does that person dress? How does that person talk? How does that person receive money? Where does that person live? What type of people that person is late? Is that person married? Is that person single? Does that person believe in God? Is that person a Christian? Is that person spiritual? You're going to tell me exactly everything about your dream person. Since you already have the picture of the person you want to become, if you don't have the picture already, create a picture. Because if you cannot even visualize or see in your head who you want to become, how are you going to get there? Have a picture of the life that you want, the success that you want, the happiness that you want. And now create intentional habits towards that life. Habits shape your identity. If you want to shape your mindset, you need to focus on the little things you do every day. It's those small actions that lead to big changes. Small, small, small eventually becomes big. If you want to shape your mindset, if you want to shape your identity, you need to focus on the little things you do every day. For example, when I was playing, I was like, okay, I noticed that me being late wasn't the way of life. I started small, going, being in class when I'm supposed to be there under that. Then okay, let me get there 5 minutes early. Okay, tomorrow 10 minutes early. Okay, next time 20 minutes early. Okay, next time 40 minutes early. Oh, okay, next time 25 minutes early. To the point that nowadays, whenever I'm going to a place that I have to be there at a certain time or an appointment or something important, I'm always there. I'm always there 1 hour. I'm always there 1 hour in advance. If not 1 hour in advance, 30 minutes in advance. Small habits. I started from doing it. Okay, 5 minutes. Okay, then 20. Okay, 30. I started that when I was in high school. And I still have that habit till today. And it has helped me tremendously. Because when you are not, even when I had jobs in the past, and I was always the first person there, my boss always make a comment like, wow, I can tell how serious you are about this job. I can tell you're going to succeed. I can tell you're going to win. Even my coworkers, they're like, wow, you be here 2 hours early, 3 hours early. I'm like, yeah. I will get there 2 hours early, 1 hour early, get my book, start making my videos, start journaling, read my affirmations. I don't just go there and just wait to be early. I'm intentionally early because the time I'm early, I'm going to use that time to do something that can beneficiate me. I will even start doing push-ups. Why not? I will listen to my podcast. I will journal. I will write. I will reflect on future ideas, present ideas, while I'm waiting. Why? Because I'm building the habits that are aligned with the life I want for myself. And you can do that too. Start by setting up a routine that aligns with who you want to be. As I said at the beginning, have a picture, which I know you already have the picture of the person you want to become. What does that person look like? How does that person invest their time? Where do they go? What do they do? How do they eat? How do they sleep? What do they wear? Which type of brand do they like? Do they like coffee? Do they drink alcohol? Do they drink water? You have to know. The person you envision to become, have the picture of that person. Because you have to change your mindset to become that person. Unless you don't want to become that person, then well, this video is not for you then. Start by setting up a routine that aligns with who you want to be. I'm going to do myself an example again. I go in long walks. I walk a lot. And when I go for walks, sometimes I take my notebook, sometimes I take my phone. And on my phone, my notes. If I can open to you my notes, the amount of notes I have on my phone, and audio recordings. Because as I'm going walks, I'm going on to walks to reflect, to be present, and to stay great and to be grateful. Because the person I envision myself being, which in my head I am already, is a person who's grateful, is a person full of gratitude, is a person who knows how to have fun on her own. When in my videos you see me out in nature with trees by myself. That's me creating fun for myself. The person I want to be does that, so I'm doing it now in the present. You see how my habits and my routine are aligned with who I want to become? You can do that too. Whether it's waking up 10 minutes early to meditate, to stretch, to work out, to give a kiss to your partner, to make food for yourself or for your kids. Even if you just wake up 10 minutes early to meditate, to stretch, to read a book, to post content, to send an email to the job that you're applying for, to look, whatever that is, do it. Creating intentional habits will set you on the path to growth. And keyword intentional. You have to be intentional about why you have the habit. You have to be intentional about why you have the habit. I have the habit of meditation and prayer. Why? Because I choose to give my mind space to visualize the good, to think good, to speak good, to see my life getting better and better. I meditate and I pray because I want to have always time for gratitude, always time for conversation with myself, conversation with God. That's a priority to me. So I make habits, intentional habits, to fulfill that. What type of life do you? And this video might not make sense to you if you don't have a dream, if you don't have a goal, if you don't have a vision, if you don't want nothing better and bigger for your life. This video might not be for you. Set up a routine that aligns with who you want to be, who you want to become, the type of life that you want. Have habits that reflect the life that you want. For example, when I go to my classes, a lot of you, my students, which I know you're all going to grow eventually. But as you still come and be like, you know what, I want to be a content creator. I'm like, okay, great. What are you not? Wow, okay, what's stopping you? Are you posting your videos? I'm scared. I don't know. I don't want people to see me. What are they gonna say? I'm like, wait. Your goal is to become a content creator. That's who you want to be. So where does people's opinion come into place? People's opinions, you caring about people's opinions is not aligned with who you want to become. You not posting content consistently is not aligned with who you want to become. How are you going to become something that your habits don't even reflect? Creating intentional habits will set you on the path to growth. And I get it. Some people don't want to grow. Don't be like most people. Choose growth. If you are in my channel, if you are part of the GEM community, I know you want to grow. I know you want to evolve. So create intentional habits that evolve around your dream life, your perfect bank account, Let your habits reflect that bank account that you want to have. The key is consistency. Even on the days when motivation is low, having a system or having habits that you know that no matter what, I'm going to do this, it ensures that you still show up. Even the day when motivation is low, and also that's another reason why I always tell you, rely on your discipline, rely on your consistency, rely on your commitment. Do not rely on motivation. Motivation comes and goes, but consistency, discipline is always there, always present, always available. The key is consistency. Even on the days when motivation is low, your consistency will keep you going. Your discipline will keep you going. Being aware that you have these habits in place will keep you going. Having a system in place ensure you will show up. Having a system in place ensures you will show up. And I made a video I don't know how long ago, talking about show up scared, show up unprepared. Yeah, something is growing on my skin that has me. You can see the dark spot, but it's okay. My body is great. My body is beautiful, and it's growing. You can see too. My body is great. My body is beautiful. My body is healthy. All is well. All is well. All is well. Okay. Fourth step. So far, put your comments right now. What has been your takeaway so far? Fourth step in changing your mindset: surround yourself with positivity. Surround yourself with positivity. It can be positive people. It can be positive pictures. It can be a positive environment. It can be something that triggers positivity, something that brings positivity. Surround yourself with that all day, every day. Surround yourself with that all day, every day. So you always say with positive influences is another huge shift, because you're gonna be consuming positivity so much that you won't have nothing else to do than to be positive too. Whether it's people who uplift you or content that spark your growth. Content that spark your growth. A lot of you say, I want to change my mindset, but you consume the content that keeps you in the mindset you want to get away from. Make it make sense. I want to be confident, and you follow that gossip page that is all about other people's business. How are you going to be confident being in everybody's business? Whether it's people who uplift you or content that spark your growth. If you are subscribed to my YouTube channel, I already can tell you want to grow. You want to evolve. My channel is not for the people who don't want nothing better for their life. That's not what I'm talking with. I'm talking to those that dream big and believe in themselves, and they think they can do anything they put their mind to. I'm talking to you, dreamer. Follow content that spark your growth. Content that makes you think for yourself. Content that elevates you. Content that uplifts you. A lot of you, whenever you go on Instagram, you're already depressed, because you follow an account that tells you ain't good enough, you ain't worthy enough. Accounts are gonna tell you, oh, in order to succeed, you have to stop being yourself. You gotta be so who you are not. You follow accounts that are full of poverty thinking, poverty talking. Why would you do that? Follow accounts that can educate you. Follow accounts that match your future, not accounts that reflect your past. Sometimes when I want to listen to music, right? Sometimes I don't notice how much educational motivation I consume. I will go I just come on YouTube and one of you left this comment. If this is you who left this comment right now, I'm gonna read it right here. The person says, I am in poverty and I don't mind it, by the way. I cannot physically, mentally work a normal job and never will be able to, and that keeps me stuck on benefits. As long as those do not get taken away, I am okay. I live on the bare minimum, and it is sufficient. Why be lustful over material objects you will never get to own, experiences you will never get to have due to being poor? Due to being poor, I am minimalist, broke and happy, less stress. I understand though, those who do have the ability and, and requirement to work day in and day out and are still poor and never able to afford nice things, that will hurt. I cannot relate to your comment. But thank you for being authentic and expressing your truth, expressing your reality. So from what I'm hearing, the person says, I am broke and happy. To me, there is nothing wrong about being broke. I cannot change you. I can only change myself. And you are saying you cannot work a normal job physically or mentally. Okay, and never will be able to. And that keeps me stuck on benefits as long as those don't get taken away. See, the fact that you are stuck on benefits, now somebody else have control over your life, have control over your destiny. Because if they don't give you no benefit, you're not gonna eat, you're not gonna have a place to sleep, you're not gonna be able to function. And I don't believe anybody deserves that type of life. I don't believe anybody should experience a life in where they don't have no control of, but they 100% depend on other people or institution. Because what are you gonna do? Because as it says here, as long as those do not get taken away, I am okay. Which means if those get taken away, you are not going to be okay. Okay. But for you, those of you watching, that you can do something physically and mentally to get out of poverty, my content is for all of you. There is nothing good, there is nothing positive about poverty. Nothing, nothing. So yes, I will preach and teach on get the money, get the success, get the prosperity. Prosperity is good. Money is good. Money is a beautiful tool. Money is a beautiful resource that all of us deserve to experience without restrictions, without fear, and without guilt. Why? Because why not? Money is available, and if it's available, I can have it. You can have it too. You see how even when I'm speaking, I don't have the limiting belief, even when on even things like money, I truly don't. But as we were saying, follow accounts that align with your future. People consume information that educates, information that uplifts. Even though information does not lead to transformation, but you being exposed to different information can give you different perspective. When you have a different perspective, you do different things, because if your perspective change, which is if your mindset change, your life is going to change. Whether it's people who uplift you or content who spark your growth, the people and information you choose to engage with plays a huge role in your mindset. If you always, and even talking about the what you consume play a role in your mindset. And when they say consume, it's not only about the type of food though. We're talking about your mental diet. What do you consume with your eyes? What do you consume with your mouth? What do you consume with your earrings? What do you consume with your body? If you go on social media and you consume negativity, fear, toxicity, gossip, your mindset gonna start wiring to that. Even with the music, to all of you that listen to music that are all about, oh my ex, oh love. I'm not surprised when people like that are always in low energy or leading towards depression. If the music you are listening to is speaking on the feelings of depression, how it is to be depressed, how much it hurts to be depressed, the key word is that the depression is there, and you're gonna keep listening to that music, listen to that music, listen to that music. Then you're gonna be surprised. Oh, why I feel so low? Why I don't have no energy? Why is my life so bad? If that's all you consume, of course you're gonna be there. But the opposite applies as well. If you listen to music that turns you up, that's one thing about me. I'm always turned up. One of the songs that always get me going is Optimistic by Son of Blackness. Also, Try Again by Aaliyah. Those two songs, no matter what it is, I play them on go mode. Let's go. Make sure you are creating your environment to match the mindset you want to build. You cannot always control your physical environment, but you can always control your mental environment. And whenever you are in the position to adjust your physical environment to match your mindset, go for it. For example, right now I'm in my room. Everywhere I can look in my room, I see success, I see prosperity, I see happiness. Because I make sure this environment can allow me to create, can allow me to produce, can allow me to edit, can allow me to think freely, can allow me to execute all my ideas. I make sure the environment I'm in is supporting my dreams, supporting my goals, and not against it. Unfollow those accounts that drain you and start following those that inspire you to level up. For example, mine. Unfollow those accounts that drain you. You know what are those accounts. And start following accounts that inspire you to level up. For example, my account. Follow me. I'm not draining you. I'm speaking life over you. I'm speaking success over you. I'm speaking inspiration over you. Step 5. Focus on identity-based goals. Identity-based goals. You know how I said at the beginning that your thoughts are not your identity? Now we're going to create identity-based goals. That those goals match who you want to become. Instead of focusing on what you want to achieve, focus on who you want to become. Instead of focusing on what you want to achieve, focus on who you want to become. Who's that person? Instead of saying, I want to stop procrastinating, say, I am the kind of person who takes action even when it's uncomfortable. Instead of saying, I want to stop procrastinating, say, I am the kind of person who takes action even when it's uncomfortable. This shift helps you build the mindset that supports your goals, not just the actions themselves. Have identity-based goals. That the goals you make are aligned with the person you want to become. By identifying as someone who acts rather than someone who struggles with procrastination, your mindset will start aligned with that identity. By identifying as someone who acts rather than someone who struggles with procrastination, that mindset will start to align with that identity. Know who you want to become, and then let your goals, your habits, reflect that identity. Start identifying yourself as you want to be, and with the things that you want to have. For example, I love G-Wagons. So whenever I see a G-Wagon, I tell myself, oh, that's my car. When I say that's my car, see what I'm doing right there? My mindset keeps being aligned with the G-Wagon. Why? Because I made a goal, an identity goal, that everything I see that is part of my future life, I'm going to claim it as mine in the present. That's an example of identity-based goals. Number 6, last but not least, gratitude and acceptance. Okay, I'm yawning. Okay, that's the sign my body is telling me to go to bed, and I listen to my body. But I'm gonna finish this video. This is the last point. If you need more example, if you need more me to dive deep into any specific point, let me know. When so far, what have been your biggest takeaway on this video? Let me know. And if you know any tips or tricks or tools that can help somebody else change their life drastically, that has to do with the mindset shift, mindset breaks, mindset blocks, put it in the comment. Because as I say, change of location does not mean change of mentality. Last step is gratitude and acceptance. Your mindset can shift drastically when you focus on the things you are grateful for. And when life doesn't go as planned, practice acceptance. The more you accept things as they are, the more energy you will have to move forward. Yeah. Your mindset can shift drastically when you focus on the things you are grateful for. Again, journal. Write down 10 things you are grateful for every day before you go to bed. Write it down. And as soon as you wake up, tell yourself, I am grateful because a great day, great thing is going to happen to me. Affirmations. The more you accept things as they are, the more energy you will have to move forward. Gratitude brings your attention to what's working in your life, while acceptance allows you to flow with the life challenges rather than fighting against them. So there you have it. 6 powerful ways to shape your mindset and start living with purpose and growth. Remember, it's not about a quick fix. It's about doing the work to change your inner world so you can transform your outer reality. If you found this video helpful, these tips and tricks helpful, put in the comment, let me know, drop a gem. Make sure to hit that like button because I know you like this positive energy. Yes. Subscribe for more positive, rich, prosperous content like this because who wouldn't want this? And share this video with someone who needs a little mindset shift. Yep. Share the video with someone who you find them, they're trying to fight the environment. Oh, this environment. Ask them about their mindset. They want to change the physical environment. Tell them to change their emotional and mental environment. Thank you for watching, Gem. I will see you when I see you. Oh no, I think I will. Oh, hold on. We're talking about mindset. I want to read something. It says, when you control a man's thinking, you do not have to worry about his actions. You don't have to tell him not to stand here or go wander. He will find his proper place and will stay in it. You don't need to send him to the back door. He will go without being told. In fact, if there is no back door, he will cut one for his special benefit. His education makes it necessary. That's one of the quotes about the power of the mind from the book The Miseducation of the Negro. The power of your mind. That is something else. Where somebody else control your mind, that person controls your life. When you control a man's thinking, you don't have to worry about his actions because your actions are simply going to reflect your thinking. Okay, this quote is powerful too. History shows that it doesn't matter who is in power or what revolutionary forces take over the government. Those who have not learned to do for themselves and have to depend solely on others never obtain any more rights or privileges in the end that they had in the beginning. You see, I was talking earlier about the comment on my YouTube, and it says here, those who do not learn to do for themselves and have to depend solely on others never obtain any more rights or privilege in the end. Yep. And then I wanted to read mindset shifts. limiting belief I had: money does not grow on trees. This belief suggests that money is scarce and hard to come by, which can create a mindset of lack and struggle. Now, I'm going to read to you how I reframe that limiting belief into an empowering belief. Money flows easily and abundantly into my life. I am open to receiving wealth in all forms, and opportunities for prosperity are everywhere. I create and attract abundance through my unique skills, value, and purpose. You see how I was able to transform my limiting belief into an empowering belief? Put in the comments, do you have any limiting belief you want me to make into positive, or make it yeah. If you have any limiting belief that you don't know how to transform into an empowering belief, put it in the comments. I will make sure I can transform that limiting belief into an empowering belief. I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. Um, I think at some point when the sleepiness started kicking in, my body started dropping too. But I don't let things unfinished. I started it and I finished it as I should, as I must, and as I have. If you made it this far, drop a comment in the chat. What is your favorite thing about this video? Which part resonated more with you? Which part resonated less with you? Whatever your truth is, whatever your feelings are from this video, put them in the chat. See, I started at 1. Look at the time now. 2. Put in the work. Put in the work. All is well. Gotta put the work. It's gonna work out. It has to work out. It has to, and it will. Okay. All my gems. I love y'all. I'm gonna read it again. Changing your physical location does not automatically give your mind. Changing your physical location does not automatically change your mindset or habits. People often think that moving into a new city or environment will transform their life, but unless there is a conscious internal shift, the same patterns, fears, and behaviors usually follow. As the saying goes, wherever you go, there you